My daughter told me that she ain't like, I couldn't stand Pinky. Cause she was constantly begging her for money and putting her up to things that she didn't want to do. And she just got tired of dealing with her. Or she didn't like all the stuff that she was involved in. So I'm thinking like, okay, my daughter must have came to her senses, not knowing that they actually sent her down there to act like she wanted to be back home. She wanted to be back in the family. She wanted to be a part of the family business. And she was telling me, well, Mom, when I did all that bad stuff to you, I was young. I was a teenager. I'm grown now, so I won't ever do stuff like that again. And she apologized, right? Yeah, well, I believe my daughter. I gave her a hug when she first came back. I took her in. I was there for her. And she even told me that she's gonna take herself out if I don't help her, because she didn't know what she was gonna do being pregnant. So I paid for her doctor bills. I gave her a position at work. I opened up a bank account for her to be able to operate in the office to get all of the bills paid. Now, when I look back on it, that was so dumb. That was so stupid. But as a mother, I was thinking to myself, like, yeah, she was young. She was a teenager. And now she's coming back saying that she want to be family. She want to be there for her sister and brother. She want me to help her raise the grandbabies. I believed her. And then she leaves. She goes up there. I found this. This is from, I think this is from MAC. Yeah, it says MAC up there. It's a MAC eyeshadow. It's real pretty. It's like a grayish. I don't know. I had this idea to try it as a base today. It might work out and it may not. She gets up there. A day passed. 3 days passed. I'm calling her the whole time. Talking to her on the phone. Excited that she's gonna come back home and all that stuff till she take care of business. Then 4 days passed. Then a week passed. And then my sister called me out of Pinky called me out of nowhere and said, hey, your daughter up here. She bought me new furniture. She bought some shoes. She's shopping. And she's on a shopping spree. And she says she's using the money out your business account. Now, the Pinky called me, the same person that sent her down there to use me. And I feel like, when I think about over the years, how Pinky would call me and tell me everything wrong that they doing to me, it was like she wanted me to know, but wanted to make me feel like anything go down, anybody get caught or whatever, she had nothing to do with it. And then Brain did the same thing. Brain would call me and tell me that she don't deal too much with Pinky and nobody. You know, she stayed to herself. She's trying to get her career off the ground. She's trying to write a book and all this stuff. So I you know. But they always like lying, just trying to keep me from figuring out that they all involved. And see, she could write all the checks she want, but because Pinky called me, I was able to go to the bank and put a stop payment to the account and to the checks. So whoever she wrote the checks to, they bounce. And she up there showing her ID and using it for her bills and stuff like that. She really thought it was gonna go through, because she kept in contact with me, making me feel like she was coming back home. So, and she told me that she was gonna make sure she'll be home in time enough to get all the bills paid, you know. So in that account, I had the bill money in that account. And my building, mind you, my building rent was like $5,000. My store lights was running me over $1,000 a month and stuff like that. So I had bill money in that account. And then something had happened. They had put an alert on the checks, right? So she called me and she was like, I'm just trying to get a few dollars. I got the business checks. I'm just trying to pay for my license and stuff, but the check won't go through. I said, yeah, it ain't going through because Pinky called me and told me you was on a shopping spree. And she started yelling and screaming, telling me she hate me, and hung up the phone. She was so upset because I put a stop to them stealing my money all over again. So then I think she got in trouble because she up there writing bad checks. The checks don't stop. I don't put fraud on it and let them know that she stole them, you know what I'm saying? Because I definitely didn't give her permission to take the checks and go up and start her life and buy people furniture and shoes and clothes and wigs and all that stuff. Y'all, this is actually pretty. I know you probably can't see it that good, but yeah, it's actually really pretty. It's like a brown gray. I'm using it like as a base, and I like it. I usually do like a light, a dark. Yeah, no, I usually do a light color for the base. But yeah, that's pretty. I'm glad that I decided to try that. Like powder in the Julius palette. I'm gonna try that. So after that, I didn't see my daughter again for years, you know. I think the next time that I actually saw her is when I moved to Texas, and she asked me, can my grandbaby come live with me? So that was like years later. And because I didn't have the Flores anymore, and I kind of just mentally kind of let things go, I didn't bring it up. I didn't say nothing about it. And even though I didn't see her for years, I heard from her, you know. And y'all don't want me to start talking about that because they'll really be mad with me. I'm gonna be using that red right there. It's pretty too. It go on the brush really nice, but I don't know how it's gonna go. Like, I don't want it to be like bright red, you know. Oh child, this is a pretty red. Oh my god, it's serious. I put like enough up there, and I was gonna dab it and kind of work my way, but child, it's like, oh no, you can't dab us. We're showing up. Oh my goodness, it's beautiful. I don't know if I used this red, or maybe I just used a little bit of it. But wow, it's pretty. Now I gotta get then I don't know if it could be the brush that got it to go up there so good. Oh my this up there too, child. Now I need like a blending brush. Yeah. So I'm moving forward, jumping forward. A lot of truth came out. A lot of stuff my daughter could have prevented my sisters from doing to me. She could have prevented them from doing stuff to me. But she ain't tell me nothing. It was like a family secret. You know. But now I know the truth. It's disappointing and shocking. I realized that, yeah, it's done. It's done. And it's nothing to reconcile or fix or nothing like that. It's nothing to make better. It's just done. I'm not a part of that. I'm not a part of anything that got something to do with them. I'm not a part of their celebrations, their sorrows, their sadness, their happiness. I'm just not a part of that. And now I just gotta live my life and just try to get over all of the pain and sadness that they had caused and the destruction that they have done over the years. They call themselves trying to get me back because I made a decision to leave home and not take my mother's abuse and humiliation anymore. And I know that I made the right decision because to this day, the same man that caused so much sadness and disappointment and hurt in my heart and caused me to just always feel out of place, which is her brother, my mother's brother. She hanging out with him like he her best friend. She dated his best friend, and he hangs out in her house as if he had never done what he done to her daughter. That's confirmation for me that, yeah, she chose her brother over me. And she didn't give a freak about me. She never have, she never will. It's never gonna happen. And I'm not gonna sit up here and pretend like, oh, yeah, one day everything will be okay. No, no, no. They holding a grudge against me as if I wasn't a child myself. Like I was their freaking mother. Like I pushed them out of my freaking vagina. I ain't pushed them out. I ain't make them. Shoot, I was a kid myself trying to figure out how I'm gonna survive this. And then it wasn't like the beatings that was terrible. It was the humiliation that was worse. I had to put up with that every time her brother come by, every time her sister come by, every time her friends come by. She's sitting up there ready to embarrass me and hurt my feelings. So, even though I went through all that, my mother let it be known she didn't want to talk about it. She didn't want to deal with it. And it was okay as long as it looks like we're building a mother and daughter relationship. I kind of let it go. You know what I'm saying? But she let me know without a shadow of doubt. She don't give a freak about me or my feelings, so freak her. That's where I'm at. That is where I am at. Oh, this is so pretty. This is a MAC glitter eyeshadow, right? So as I'm putting it on, I notice how glittery it's going on, but the black is not staying. So I'm gonna go back to the palette and see what I got. Oh, it's got like the same color It's not giving me like put it on my eye. It's like a dad feeling. It's not working for me. I don't like this because it's not giving too much black, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm not gonna pick up the phone anymore. I'm not gonna go looking for her anymore. I'm not going to visit her. I'm not gonna have anything else to do with her at all. It brings too much hurt and sadness and disappointment, and the memories are too fresh. Like, even though it happened a long time ago, whenever I start to think about my mom, that's the first thing start coming to my mind is what happened to me. Because she didn't look out for me. She didn't take up for me or nothing. Oh child, this is gorgeous. I never did this, but it is really pretty. Oh my goodness, it's so freaking pretty. It is giving. Oh my goodness, now I know why I was so attracted to this. It's giving me pitch black night sky with beautiful stars. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, so pretty. And then I'm gonna take this and kind of just, dust. Oh wow, it's really pretty. Okay, I'm gonna do the other one. So she said what she had to say. They treated me the way they treated me. And yeah, I was hurt. And I cursed them out. And I went off on them. But I don't know. Peace came over me where I don't really give a freak no more. It's not the kind of peace that came over me. Like, I'm not mad with them anymore. It's just like they don't matter to me anymore. They just don't matter. And the only reason why I'm talking about this mess today is because they were checking for me. Worried about who saw me, where I'm at, what I got going on. I guess they can't believe, like, I'm done. Yeah, I'm completely done. They not worth my life, my time, or my life. It's just not worth it. So no, I won't be. Maybe yes, for now we can bake up. No, after that, they proved to me that I am definitely not family. So they mad that I'm even alive. They mad that they couldn't put their hands on me. And every time they tried to set me up to get me hurt, it didn't work. I'm just accepting the fact that, yeah, I'm definitely different from my family. I definitely don't fit in. And I'm okay with that. I ain't never really tried to, like, I was just accepting them for the way they were. This is so freaking pretty. Okay, I'm gonna dust this stuff off. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put on my foundation. Then I might put on my eyelashes and I'll be right back. You know, when you start just taking care of yourself and looking out for you, you ain't really got time for other people's shenanigans. And they see you just getting on with life. They like, wait a minute. She just moving on with life. Yep, I show him. I don't need to know why they did what they did. I don't need to know how they did what they did. I just don't care no more. They just not my cup of tea. At all. And I'm okay with that. We're gonna put on the clean foundation again today. Because I like this foundation. You're giving me peace. You're giving me hope. My saving grace. Set me free. I met so many people in life that has done more for me than my family has done. That has treated me better than my family has. So God will fill in the blanks. It'll be okay. But seriously, like, the stuff they done ain't no joke. So yeah, and I know they mad. I know they mad because I don't went off on them. And it would have been better if I could have continued just going off on them. I would feel even better. A lot of stuff I held back, I didn't say. You know. But you know, I'll never forget. I can't. Because everything they said, I got it. Every word. Got every word that they ever said. So I'll never forget what they done. And you know dumpling ain't no good. Because when we was conversation, the first thing she said, after she done talked about everybody and told everybody business, you're not recording me, are you? Because I don't want them to know I've been talking ish about them. I said, no. I said, you can stop talking about them if you want to. No, girl, she kept going. Today was a good day. I got a lot of stuff done. Very productive day. I feel good about everything. And I had this dream. And I kept dreaming about peace lilies and thinking about I was visiting family and my grandmother's, for some reason it was like my grandmother's mother was in the room. And she was resting, and there was a bunch of peace lilies around. And I said, okay, I'm gonna take one of these peace lilies to my Uncle Keith. And that's what I was telling my family. And it was a long dream, and I felt like I had that dream before, something similar. I felt like I was in the same atmosphere, the same house before and everything. Oh, my stomach growling. I'm gonna have to eat something. So when I opened my eyes, I was like, oh my gosh, I need to call my Uncle Keith. As soon as I called my Uncle Keith, nothing but joy. Nothing but joy. But from me and him, I was so glad to hear from him. You know, I'm glad that he's doing okay. He's hanging in there. And y'all know he had like a heart surgery and stuff like that. So I'm glad he's doing well. My Uncle Keith proceeded to he liked to talk about the old days and stuff like that. And when he tell like what happened in the old days, you'd be so captivated about all the stuff he liked to tell you. And he was telling me that I remind me so much of my grandmother. My grandmother left home around between 13 and 15 years old. And she never looked back. She never went back. She never had nothing else to do with anybody. She married an older man, which was my grandfather. But he was telling me that I just remind him so much of her. But he said, I guess he, was just, I don't know, showing me some love, he said. And I wasn't even expecting it. He was like, niece, I want to tell you, your grandmother left home and never looked back. I never got a chance to ask my mama her story. I never got to talk about what happened, why she left home, and why she never went back. But he said, I feel like something happened. He don't know what happened, but something happened. Then she left home and she never came back. She never went back. And she lived her life out until she passed away. And he said, you remind me so much of her. And I just want you to know that he definitely stand with me. He said a lot, but he let me know that he stand with me. And he let me know that he love and care and he understand how I feel. And he even told me, he said, I hope that you don't hold it against me, but I feel like your mother, none of them that didn't protect you, none of them deserves to even have you in their life. They don't deserve you. And he said, to be honest, you should not even speak to her ever again. Shouldn't have nothing to do with her. He said he can't see himself forgiving her for not being there for me like she was supposed to. I told my uncle, I know that I'm going to be 55, but I'm finally getting it. I'm finally understanding. I just got to live out the rest of my life and finally take my grandmother's advice and not look back. Like I gotta like live out the rest of my life and just let them people go. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and put on my concealer. I love this eyeshadow, y'all. It's so pretty. Oh, my stomach trying to embarrass me. I'm trying to think. I didn't have lunch today. Oh, that's what's wrong with me. Oh, I'm gonna eat right after this. I show him. I'll hurry up and get it done. Fix your girl something to eat so my stomach can stop crying. I was telling my daughter when I was a baby, well, a kid, not a baby, but a kid, and I was with my grandmother on the day that she passed. I was with her all that week, and I was in the apartment with her, and how she was left with no food, no water, no nothing. And I was hungry. She was hungry, and I was doing the best I can. She was in so much pain. She couldn't move or nothing. And how, like, she had the bag, like, we had to, like, for both going to the bathroom, doing number one, number two. I was helping changing the bag, and I was just a kid myself. But I didn't understand, like, the severity of things. I just know, like, we was alone and nobody came, you know. And then she started telling me to call my mother and telling my mother to call the ambulance, people call people and stuff like that. So it's just like I didn't know that I would never see my grandmother again after that. Just telling my daughter that at the time, I think that the reason why I was able to do okay so long with no food or nothing in the house is because I suffered from malnutrition as a little girl. I was in and out the hospital for malnutrition. So I was able to go long periods of time without food. You know, everybody can't do that because the body needs food and water. And I just feel like my grandmother had no help, no assistance, and something took place, and yeah, she couldn't make it. And of course, you know, she had cancer. So I'm gonna take this setting powder off. So I feel like my life just been so traumatic. Like, it's just been so traumatic. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm surprised that I'm getting through life with all the stuff that done happened in my life. But I'm getting through it. I'm living my life. And I'm so sad right now because my grandmother was, I think, younger than me when she lost her life. I'm thinking she was somewhere around, I gotta look it up, but yeah, she was in her early 50s, like 52, I think, something like that. She lost her life. Matter of fact, I don't even know if she was that old. My gosh, you know, and I'm older. I outlived my grandmother as far as age. So now it's important to me to just do everything I can to just live a good life and be happy and find joy in my surroundings and my situation, and stop tracing something that I could never have or nothing, something I never had, don't know what it feels like. So that's where I am. Okay, let me use this Benji powder. I no longer feel the need to stress and try to convince people that I care for them or love them. If they don't show it back and they don't want to be bothered, I just don't want nothing to do with them. Just gonna leave it alone. Because I am a loving person. So I definitely have to be around people who love. I'm one of them people. I gotta be around people that, because I come from loving people. My mother was a loving woman. She was a loving woman. So I'm a loving person. And I only want to be around people who want to be around me. I don't want people feeling like they gotta go to the hospital just because I'm around, that they can't handle it. Like, that's crazy. the finishing powder by Fit Me. Okay, so I got some bronzer by Hourglass. It's so pretty, but it's kind of broken up. But I'm gonna kind of move my brush around in it. I'm gonna use it. I feel like it's so pretty. Shadow. Darkest color right here, the darkest red that they got in here. It's popping too. My daughter had bought this palette for me around Mother's Day a while ago. It's definitely popping. Oh, it's beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna use my black pencil today on my lip. Where is it? Right here. I just got that. It's going on so good. Okay, now I'm gonna use my red NYX lippy. say anything while I was putting on my lipstick is because with this lipstick you need to let it dry or it will like get on your teeth. So it's like liquid and then it dries. It's a liquid lipstick. It's still drying, but it's not real liquid right now, so I'm almost there. And it goes on shiny. It's so pretty, but when it's dry, it's like it feels matte. So it has an oil base at the end of it. So I'm gonna use a tiny bit of it as soon as I feel like I need one more coat. Girl, look at Spirit, looking like a cute little doll. Do I look like a doll? Or do I gotta like this to look like a doll? Oh, y'all, speaking of doll, y'all, my freaking sister done made a new movie. Megan done got upgraded. Y'all, I was at the movie theater. I almost jumped out my seat. I was like, oh my god. My sister showed up on the mid-movie screen. And then I cracked up laughing. Because they had put her in one of the little Chinese table brown little robots. I fell out. But then they upgraded her. Oh my goodness. I said, oh my god, my sister's in the movies. I was like, dang, Dumpling done landed her apart. Go ahead, girl. Oh, this is so freaking pretty. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and add the lip gloss, give y'all the finished look, and I'm out of here. Thank you so much for watching and listening. And I will see you in the next video.